Hey, beautiful minds. Welcome back to another episode of Becoming Her, the healing circle where I turn my YouTube channel into a healing circle where we grow, reflect, and remember who we truly are from the inside out. I want to help you heal by whether it's through my experiences or my knowledge. 18 to 21 taught me one thing. Becoming a woman within requires unlearning who the world told you to be. In this episode of Becoming Her, I'm taking you inside the mindset shifts, the silent battles, and the lessons that shape the way I think, I love, and lead today. This isn't just about growing, it's about rewiring your life from the inside out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video or to subscribe to my channel. I love if you leave a comment or you like the video. Your energy helps spread to other people, especially if it's good energy. When I turned 18, life didn't come with a clear map. I wasn't supported when it came to going to college. I could have let that hold me back though. But instead, I made a decision. I enrolled in hair school. I started practicing on myself first, then my mom. I took a few college classes on my own senior year and kept reading, kept learning even outside of school. I never stopped learning, and that's something that you should always instill inside of you. See, I've always believed in educating myself, books, people, and experiences. That mindset shifted everything for me. I could be focused, I could work hard, but I always made space for fun. That's just who I am. For people I love, for new adventures. That was like if we're close or, I love you. Can nobody deny they didn't have fun with me? That balance, though, was intentional because to me, life wasn't just about hustling, it was about living, experiencing. Even if I didn't fully realize how I was navigating my life or had the exact word, a full explanation, I knew what felt right. Even the times I made mistakes, I knew how to always navigate myself back to alignment or learn the lesson one time and move on. At 17, I had my first real boyfriend, a relationship that lasted well in my 20s, 6 years to be exact. This is when relationships or men weren't so superficial, performative, or pretenders. They were not influenced by social media, just more so trendy materials and social environments. And if you were born in the 90s or 2000s or before then you should know or understand what I'm saying, which, and a lot of us can agree, it was a lot more tolerable then. Looking back at the bond and friendship, that was real. But emotionally, we were both still learning ourselves, still healing. And like many of us do, I projected my unhealed wounds onto him, and he did the same in his own way. That relationship taught me so much about love, independence, and emotional maturity. It also shaped how I viewed men and myself, especially just in this age range. Still figuring myself out and still becoming sure about new things that I'm experiencing. In more positive or reflective ways, I outgrew him, but outgrowing men in my 20s will be coming in later episodes and what I reflected about it. But that time also gave me something beautiful: community. Whether it was with my boyfriend or my closest friends, we created this little family. I did have communication with some relatives, but the bonds would never be the same as a boyfriend or close friends that I had at the time. The ones that I actually claim and consider someone to me, and I feel like they should know who they are because it was like a handful of anything, just a little handful. We laughed, we explored, healed, and made memories that still live in me today. It wasn't all just great and just fun. Of course, we had the ups and downs, the obstacles and everything. But I feel like at that time, going through life with like a friendship circle, just a group that's yours, or that you can go through life with, was very beneficial at that time, especially when you all had similar backgrounds but still wanted to become something great for yourself. Through all those experiences, it was never about rebellion for me. It was about curiosity. It was about expansion. It was me learning myself through life, not avoiding it. And honestly, when I reflect now, I surprise myself. Because even back then, I had the ability to step back and ask, what went wrong? What patterns were we repeating? Or what were we both still healing at that time? I didn't have the language for karmic cycles at the time, but I could feel it. sometimes even see it, but I can definitely feel it and recognize something when it was off. That emotional loop we were stuck in wasn't just ours; it was inherited. And one thing I'm so grateful for is that we didn't rush our relationship or just rush into any family, any marriage, or any process. We definitely had the idea, especially me being a woman, but I'm really glad that we didn't rush or force anything. No offense to people who started families or had kids young. A lot of people around us were racing toward adulthood at that around that age, especially if they weren't in college. But even if they was in college, they were still racing toward adulthood, rushing into families, relationships, timelines that were programmed. But those were timelines that were programmed into us. But we didn't force forever. We listened to our intuition. And of course, we didn't know what that was or exactly what we listened to, but our instincts was telling us like to wait or, take things slow or, keep the friendship, lover dynamic without children and the extra commitment that we weren't really ready for. We made mistakes, we grew, we explored our youth, and that wasn't a loss to me. I don't even feel like it was time wasted. It was a blessing, a sacred initiation into self awareness. A lot changed in a good way, and just really for myself after walking away from him. I look back now and I see that season was a classroom, and I didn't need to get it all right. I just needed to be open to learn. I look back now and I realize I've always been a student of life. I didn't need things to be perfect. I just needed them to teach me something. Even the hard stuff, even the things I thought I failed at. That mindset shaped the woman I am today, especially my belief system. Because one thing I learned on this earth is that your life experiences will teach you more than belief alone ever could. It's not just about what you believe, it's about what you know. And you only get to know that by living. By living and taking risks and making choices. It doesn't always have to be bad risk or impulsive risk, but going after things that you want or things that you are curious about, there's safe ways or there's ways to go about that. And this is why I don't chase perfection anymore. I trust the process, and I also trust my self. One thing I always believed in that I didn't know then is that I like to grow gradually, and I feel like it's safer. You get more out of life, you experience more out of life, you make more memories too. I keep learning, not obsessively, but intentionally, with grace. And that probably will explain a lot of my happiness or my peace now. If you are enjoying this series, please make sure you subscribe to this video or like this video to let me know that you are enjoying it or you are grasping something from it. During these years, I didn't realize, but I was already doing the work of rewiring my mindset. Let's talk about the brain for a second. When we grow up with limiting beliefs, our neural pathways are wired to expect lack, rejection, abandonment, and struggle. But every time I chose to believe in myself, to explore, to create, to take up space, I was breaking old patterns without even realizing it. I don't even think my family was realizing it, but I've always been a private person or a person that moves with intention by herself. So we see the result of that now. That's the power of neuroplasticity. Our brain can change. And spiritually, that means we don't have to carry what didn't begin with us. I didn't need to become a new person. I just had to learn what wasn't mine and remember who I was underneath it all. And that's very important when you go through any type of obstacle or any type of chaos is remembering who you are and remember how you react to things and how you choose to respond to things. You as a person, you as an individual. Hair school lasted 2 years, and that was so pivotal. Yes, it had its drama. What environment doesn't? But I truly thrived. I gained skills, confidence, and started doing hair outside of school. And while I admired the girls who could curl and slay weave, my heart it was always natural hair. And then from natural hair, I turned into liking locks. But in my opinion, it was all considered natural hair. With the beauty of what's real and rooted. That's where my first love began, and I think that's what I spend most of my time doing in hair school. And with every head I touched, I was building something. Not just a business, but a path to freedom. I got my first car at 18. I wasn't just moving around, I was moving forward. I didn't have a master plan, but I knew I was present. I knew I was saying yes to life, even without all the answers. And when I look back, that's when I started stepping into self-awareness. Not perfectly, not loudly, but with intention, with grace. And with deep knowing that becoming her wasn't about rushing the process. And I move slow then, except when it comes to work, I'm always have some type of speed or some type of ambition behind it because that's just who I am. But when it comes to my life, I always took my time or just really did what I wanted to do. And as I step into my 30s, I see that has been working out really good for me, and it makes me more excited to what's to come versus expecting the unexpected or worrying about what to expect. I had learned that it's about trusting the journey. You are in that chapter now, navigating young adulthood, feeling unsure, carrying the weight of other people's beliefs, or self reflecting. I just want you to know you are not behind. You are not lost. You are building something inside of you that no one can take away. And that is priceless. Knowing yourself is the quickest or the best way to freedom. You are reparenting yourself, taking care of yourself, the best self care you can ever give yourself. Keep going and don't just focus on what you're becoming. Stay present to who you have always been at the core because that's the part that will never change. Your character, it will never change. But the version of you that you want to come and will love and will create the life that you will like, stay present. Don't ever forget. Thank you for sitting in this healing circle with me. Thank you for watching episode 4. I hope you enjoyed this series so far. If you haven't watched the other videos, please go back and start at episode 1 and work your way down because this is to help with your inner child and to help with your healing in general. If this episode spoke to your inner child, your evolving self, or your current season, drop a comment. I greatly appreciate it. Leave some feedback. Tell me about your emotional health or your mental health. Subscribe and share with someone who's growing too. Make sure you share this with anyone that's growing or struggling to grow or struggling to heal their inner karmic cycles. This is about us becoming together. Use the link down below to sign up for the Empowered Mindset Library, where I have different audios for motivation, releasing stress, and reducing fear. It's about letting good energy feed your soul through music and words. I feel like music is one of the best healers that you can have, or any type of audio that can raise your frequency or keep your frequency level at a certain level is the best. If you sign up to my email list, you will get a free audio as well as a 3-step guide on shifting your mindset from fear, anxiety, and stress. So that's just a bundle that you get for signing up, and I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Use the link in the description box to follow me on Instagram, sign up for my Empowered Mindset audio library, or buy me a coffee. Let the good energy flow and let the negative energy go. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next episode.